Alright guys, in this tutorial I will be introducing you to how you could write automated tests using Postman. So Postman provides this JavaScript environment in which you can write your code inside. There are some global variables, global objects in JavaScript that are missing here, but the ones that are available enough for you to write automations, right? So first thing I will need to put in my URL like is here, and then I have to make the request and see the response that is coming back. Okay, so and I can see the status code is 200 and there is a response time. And so I now have a clue of what I need to check to be sure my request is really successful. So first off, I will have to access the Postman object. Postman provides this global object called PM. From this object, you can access a whole lot of Postman tools. You can interact with this Postman application. So it's kind of like a supposed interface, right? So with PM, I can access the test function. This test function, I have to pass in the name for the test because I have to give my test a name, so I'll be able to identify them, since I might likely have a whole lot of automation written here. So I'll have to pass in an anonymous function, and then I have to also access the PM again, and then try to access the response, and then check that to response to have a specific status, and I'm expecting to have a status of 200. So every time I run the code, right, I'm expecting the response to be status of 200. I also want to go ahead and write another test, right? So I want to check my response, and from what I see here, this response has 10 items. So I'm going to write a test to check that the response has 10 items, and I know that because of this limit in the URL, right, the limit is 10, so I'm limiting my response to be 10. So I'm going to give this a context name, response has 10 items, and then I'm going to pass anonymous function. I'm going to call this pm.expect function, right? And first, before I move forward, I have to access the response data. So I'm going to say pm.response.json. I'm doing .json because I'm expecting the return to be an API, right? A JSON data. So if it was a text data, I would just do .text, right? So once I get that, I will get the length of the item because I expect that the response to be a list of objects, right? I get the length of the response. I say that it has to be equal to 10. So now I'm getting the current value of the response length and comparing it with the expected. I make my request, and if we go to the test, we could see that all the tests passed. Okay, all the tests passed, right? So that's it. I want to also make the case where the test failed. So I'm going to say that I'm expecting it to be 11, even though I know that the response is always going to be 10 items. So I say that I expect it to be 11. As you can see, the test failed, right? Because the current value has to match the expected value. So if I'm expecting 10, the current value has to match it. If it doesn't, then it should fail, and then you know that something is wrong with your system. So this way now you can build reliable application. If you have applications and then we have tests to check all the possible behavior of the system, so we could say that with this we can be sure that okay, the system is reliable. So anytime you want to see the system is reliable, you have to run the test. And this is how some of the applications are implemented, so that you could see errors when your system fails, because the system checks, right, run the test and check if your system is still active or not. Yeah, so that's it, and thanks for watching.